Up next, we have a presentation on innovative marketing strategies for improving trends and opportunities with urban infrastructure. It would be handled by Dr. Surabhi Singh ma'am, Professor Marketing, GL Bajaj Institute of Management and Research. I request ma'am to please grace us with her insightful words. Can we please have a big round of applause, everyone?
Since we are moving towards the Viksit Bharat 2047, so since I am a marketing professor, so I have just tried to put certain recommendations in the marketing area that how we can make use of the marketing approaches, for improving the trends and trends of opportunities in the infrastructure of urban management. So basically, what I am trying to show you that these are the trends which are there in the infrastructure development. Like when we talk about the rail infrastructure development, we have sustainable infrastructure. So again, when we talk about sustainable infrastructure, definitely there are so many questions which comes, in our mind, because we are basically talking of expansion of different, you can say, avenues of infrastructure. But again, and a lot of green technologies also we are using. But what we basically observe that, for achieving the sustainability, again, we need to have a lot of engagement with the community. And that we are lacking in. We are not able to basically, reduce, work on those sustainability efforts which can actually improve the infrastructure. A lot of urban development has taken place, but we also observe that still, lot of, you can say, chaos is there in the whole development part. So second, urban mobility section, what we see the trend is of digitalization and automation. Now, what I want to suggest, in this digitalization and automation is that since we are working, on latest technologies, but, we have a long way to go, because when we talk about the automations, definitely we actually try to envision about the intelligent transport system, which we really don't have. Although we have in some of the, highways, but we still are lacking in this intelligent transport systems, which basically gives us a kind of a, a very clear idea that exactly where is the congestion taking place. Because traffic congestion is again one of the limitation which is there when we talk about the expansion of the infrastructure. So digitalization and automation is basically giving us idea that we have to really go a long way in the overall, expansion of the AI technology. So we have to make use of the AI in the overall management of this infrastructure, which we are still lacking in. So again, digitalization automation is a very, very much upcoming trend. I'm not talking of any, quantitative figures, but I really want to put forth certain trends which are going on in the market related to the infrastructure, because already we have the industry people who are already putting forth the, numbers, like how many metros have been implemented, how many, like different, you can say, railways, coaches have been developed. So I am talking from the perspective of the trends. Then smart mobility solutions is again another trend which we need to, which we are focusing definitely. But again, there are a lot of limitations in that also, because we are using digital twin technology. But again, when we talk about the smart mobility, it means that we need to work on a lot of self-driving cars, self-driving, vehicles on the roads. Apart from this, because when we visualize about the smart city, remember this, that smart city is like a Singapore, smart city is like a Dubai, where we are basically looking at a lot of governance also, in that area. So we are expanding in the technology, but, a lot of, you can say, loopholes are there, in the overall mobility of different smart, you can say, vehicles and the infrastructure which we are making use of in the different cities. So that is again a kind of recommendation from my side. Then transport innovations, again, mobility as a service, we all are using definitely. As a consumer also, that, various Uber, Ola, and, these different types of already providers are there for giving us this mobility as a services, but still there's a long way to go again, because again, I tell you, Ms. Vinita talked about, metro expansion and all, but I'm really putting forth this recommendation, because when we say metro expansion, we need to see also that how much, the occupancy of these metros will be there. Because remember this, it's not necessary that the metros are still being used. as the previous speaker was talking about the last mile connectivity, it is still lacking, because we need to go a long way. When we talk about development, we need to work on, these kind of convenience also. And that is why, again, mobility as a service is an innovation, but still it has a long way to go. Second, autonomous vehicles, as I told you, that, already China has, introduced the autonomous vehicle on the road, but we are still experimenting on this, because autonomous vehicles, again, it depends, it is again based on a lot of advancement in the AI technology, and still we are lacking in that. We are talking of IoT, Internet of, things kind of a technology where we are connected with the Wi-Fi everywhere. But frankly speaking, there's a long, again, we don't get this kind of IoT scenario also on many of the service lane roads where still people are, struggling to find the network. So it's again, kind of a fantasy which we are talking of. And since I'm in academia, so we guys basically work on a lot of researches also in the area. That is why I am putting forth these kind of recommendation. Then shared mobility options. Again, shared mobility, we talk about different, vehicles which can be used as a shared cab and all. So they are the shared mobility options. Again, we can have these different vehicles. Again, it depends on a lot of governance also. Now, how we can optimize the urban management strategies? The first one is smart city initiatives. Now, when we talk about smart city initiatives, we need to, again, work on a lot of carbon emission initiatives, and still industries are, working hard to work on this, removing this carbon emissions problem, like during the production and a lot of, manufacturing processes also, they have improved, a lot of these carbon emission issues. But when we talk about smart city initiative, it is not all about only, setting a city and setting up a metro and, looking at a lot of, like expanding technology. But rather we need to see that how much basically we are able to meet up the, logistic. Logistic means that how basically the customer, is getting a comfort. Like still I tell you, when we, talk of smart city, we always look at the traffic control. Now see, the city of Barcelona, if you see, they have a very strong traffic management there. So still we struggle with the traffic management. And when we say smart city, it means that despite of, a lot of development there, we need to have these kind of climate resilient infrastructure also. And of course, GEM kind of initiatives are there, which are basically used in the buildings to improve the, pollution. And again, we need to work on a lot of different initiatives which can actually make any city a smart. Of course, Indore can be considered to be a smart city because they first introduced this robot also for the, overall traffic management. But I really feel because when we talk about the smart cities, we always try to see that actually the customer satisfaction is there or not, whether as a citizen we are getting that kind of a comfort or not. So along with the development, again, there are a lot of challenges which we need to face, and I really urge, of course, the regulatory bodies that we must work on that so that, even after the development, we can cope up with the challenges also. So this is the way in which we can optimize the urban management, because we are talking of urban management here. Citizen engagement, why I talked about, because again, we need to have a lot of community engagement programs. Like this is also a community engagement program which Urban Infra is organizing, and I'm really thankful for that, because in this way we are basically trying to connect with the public also, because they basically, they save it in the form of video and it is posted on the social media, so that more and more people become aware that what the different, infrastructure bodies are doing and what exactly are the different recommendations in the same area. So this citizen engagement is very, very important. We need to have more and more community support. Again, different infrastructure bodies, they can collect a lot of feedback also from the different customers, that what exactly are they, what problems are they facing. Because I still recall one of the incident I tell you during the this expo show which was organized by UP government, and I really saw a lot of congestion on the road. And I was really feeling that too much development is there on the road and still we are not able to control. And these people were, behaving like a fierce. They were not very normal. They were all trying to just attack each other. It was really a fiasco. I thought that, we are living in a smart city. Everything is developed and still we are not able to have that kind of empathy. So I really think that this citizen engagement must be there. We must, organize community kind of a program or a workshop so that they must be made aware that how these initiatives, they are going to benefit them, and how we can actually work more on the development part by taking into the citizens. Sustainable urban planning is again, we need to have a lot of eco-friendly kind of vehicles on the road, which we have been, in fact, announcing also in the past that we must have a pedestrian kind of a path. I remember since I stay in Greater Noida, we had a pedestrian path, but it is still not being used. It means that we are, developing a lot of different facilities, but still it is not being implemented, practically. So again, these kind of infrastructure will have a sustainable urban planning. Then digitalization, e-governance. I always say that without governance, any digitalization will have no benefit. China has a control of overall traffic. They have a control of the people. That is why they are able to, have that kind of a development, and they can have those implementation also, in a practical manner. But I really feel that in India, we have to go a long way. We need to have, although we have been using, not a lot of data analytics also for leveraging, by leveraging the data for the insights, but still, honestly speaking, at the implementation level, we are at the zero only. Then enhancing customer engagement experiences. I talked about that personalized experiences. We always say that we should have the personalized experiences. Every customer is getting personalized experience. But again I'm telling you, last mile connectivity is very, very important. We can go by metro, but after that, metro again, we must have that kind of other connectivity which can give a comfort to the customer. And if the customer is not getting a real-time data, then it means the IoT is still not implemented. So it means the customer must be updated all the time. So that is a scenario, which is a seamless connectivity, is a scenario which we are actually visualizing in Viksit Bharat 2047. And interactive information systems, of course, must be there. Customer feedback mechanisms must always be there, because why I'm talking about, because without customer feedback, we cannot actually provide the value. We are talking of development, we are not able to get the real feedback of the customer, that exactly what they are wanting on the roads. So that feedback mechanism has to be strengthened. These are some sustainability consideration. Green energy, already we have initiated waste management, recycling, circular economy. We are already moving towards preserving natural habitat, biodiversity and all. We're already taking care of that. Water conservation measures. In water conservation, a lot of water harvesting mechanisms have been implemented in many of the societies also at the micro level. But still grey water recycling is not taking place, because in the city like Bangalore, we are able to see grey water recycling, but in the city like Delhi and the NCR, I have never seen this grey water recycling being implemented. So a lot of water is being wasted. Again, it's a kind of a preservation which we are not actually able to maintain. So everybody talked about development. I'm so sorry, being in academia, I talked of challenges also along with the trends, because challenges are many and we need to have a lot of strong kind of a consideration towards that, so that our India can actually move towards the Viksit Bharat 2047. Thank you all. So these are the key takeaways. So I'm not taking more time of Surya. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vinodji and Mamtaji, for inviting me as a keynote speaker. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insightful words. Now I would like to request Mr. Vinod sir to please present a token of gratitude to Dr. Surabhi Singh ma'am. I request ma'am to please grace us with her presence. Can we please have a big round of applause, everyone? Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir.